Matt of the channel Twins, having a fantastic day today. So today we're going to be doing a video that I feel like a lot of you guys are going to want to see. This is a very common problem on these trucks, and mine is no different. And that is something that is bothered a lot of people who own these trucks, and people are very careful now that they buy these things and they know about this. But this is, what was at one point, a door handle. If you guys haven't been watching my channel for a long enough time, this happened. The door handle had always been broken ever since I got the thing. It was snapped off on this side. But what happened is the tow truck driver, when the transmission grenaded last year, and this is my theory because it happened while he was here, he went to grab the door handle and it snapped off. He claimed he saw it on the ground, but I have pictures of it like literally within 5 minutes before he actually came and got the truck, and then he threw it in the bed. I took it out and it's in my room now. But everyone's been angry about this because I haven't fixed it. But today we're going to be doing exactly that, and we're going to actually do this a little bit different. Most of my install videos, you guys know, aren't super in depth. I just do it on video for you guys. I don't talk about how to do it. I don't go super in depth with usually with my install videos, but this time I'm going to make an exception because usually the reason I don't go full in depth is because there are other people's videos online, and I don't want to step on toes. In this situation, there isn't a lot of videos online about this at all. I was told there's only one. And it was by a typical vlogger. It wasn't usually an automotive vlogger. So that's kind of the goal today, is we're going to be doing a full door handle replacement on this. The goal today is to do at least that one that was broken, but if we have time, we may go for all four. I do happen to have 4 brand new door handles, and the difference about these compared to the normal ones you can buy from Ford, these are gloss black for one thing, but they're also metal, so these aren't going to break like the crappy plastic ones will that you buy from Ford for 60 bucks, which is what they wanted for me to replace that one a couple years ago. So like I said, I've got 4 of these, and we'll be able to replace them, get my doors back, thankfully. Looks like it comes with that same plastic piece underneath, so I was afraid about that. But we're also, one thing we're going to do, to my understanding, this is our plan at least, we're also going to be replacing the rivets on these, because you do have to draw out rivets to do this, with bolts, much like this one already has. So that's going to be our kind of move, is we're going to drill out the rivets, we're going to replace this piece with bolts and all that jazz with the new ones, and we'll be good to go. So like I said, they are metal, so they're a lot more strong and more durable for this kind of stuff, which is fantastic, because I don't want to keep having to replace these things. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. We're going to be replacing those door handles today. I'm going to try to do an oil change today too. Michael's coming over later this afternoon with the Mazda, and we're going to do some stuff with that. But before we get started with that, I want to go one more time. These seats are still up for grabs. They do need to be cleaned. I'm just showing them off because they're here. They're really dirty, and I apologize for how they look. But I haven't had anyone talk to me about them. So if you follow me on Instagram, OneLife 4.0, and you want these 01 05 seats, they're pretty much just gray cloth. They just need to be cleaned. They're I would say really good shape for 230,000 miles on that thing, which is where these seats came out of. So just hit me up on Instagram a lot. So I'm pretty much lost my minimum now, so I'll pretty much take the first offer that shows up, as long as it's not like $5 or something. Yeah, these are up for grabs. We need them gone, so if anyone wants these, let me know, and we can try to work something out. I don't really want to ship them because it's very expensive, but that's what it has to come down to. It's what it has to come down to. But anyway, we're going to get started on the door handles here in a few minutes. My dad is getting ready to go right now to do this, and we're going to try to have a fun day today. So hope you all enjoyed this video, and let's get started. All right, so we're moving the truck inside now. Equinox is running. Yeah. First time starting this thing in a couple of days, actually. I haven't driven it in the last 2 to 3 days, I think. So I don't know why exactly I need to look back, because I've got a backup camera for a reason. But better to be safe than sorry, I guess. I hate messing with this thing when it's cold out. Or it's cold itself. But this backup camera makes a huge difference, because I'd probably get backed into that wall if it were me. Alright. So we're not backing in it all the way, but we're getting it a good way in. Time to get started. So pretty much like I said, we're going to walk through the entire process on how to do this because there's no videos online about this really, even though he was just watching one. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the door panel off, which is not really that hard. There's pretty much like I think a couple of covers you have to get off. So like I said, he's looking at these 2 bolts down here, which I don't know how well you guys can see because, or 8 bolt, there's only 1. Oh, there was 2. Yeah, so 7/30 seconds on that bolt down there. Pretty easy. It just took a second to find it. 7/30 seconds is smaller than a 6 mil. So that's wild. That's like the smallest bolt I think I've ever heard of being in a vehicle. Yeah, because fun fact, this isn't the first time this has happened apparently. Previous owner, when we got it, this is one of the very few things he knew about this truck, it seemed like, even though he'd owned it since it was new. He had replaced it once before, but then AutoZone door handle, and then as soon as he finished putting it in, he snapped it off again. So that's why it was like that for so long. If you guys watched the channel that long back, it used to actually have something here. And then I talked at the beginning of the video, the whole deal with the tow truck driver snapping the thing off. There's no way that thing's been up through, that thing was through pretty much a hurricane and didn't come off. It doesn't just fall off. So the next thing is just popping the clips off on the door card. I can definitely tell he's been at it because there's like marks from where a flat head has been on it before. So getting the door panel off usually isn't this hard. You just got to be careful with the clips so you don't break them. Here. So we had to do that.
I bet that's where those screws were.
Because I remember on the front doors there was one there. Oh. There's the one screw. That's on outside here. No, that's not remotely the same screw. Oh, so these are... Okay, those are those smaller bolts here. Looks like we did have one that broke. What are those? Oh, there's also 7/32 seconds? Or is that just what you went to? Who's calling me? No, someone from Seekonk, Massachusetts. I don't know anyone from Seekonk, Massachusetts. So was that bolts for those, or are you still working? So 2 9/32 bolts, once you get that little top piece off here. And once those comes off, you should be able to get the door panel out now. Should. As long as there's nothing else holding in. I only remembered that because when we were doing the original keyless entry stuff on this thing, we had originally taken the door card out of this one to try to wire it into the actual switch. We wound up wiring it into the foot panel on the passenger side though, instead, which was a lot easier than having to try to fiddle with that crap. The only thing tethering in this on at this point will be the connector to the window switch back here, which you just, I guess, unplug if we're actually trying to get the card all the way out. Oof. Okay, there's some fall. So yeah, there's the interior one. I can see where this one is right here, where the outside is. Is that what I heard fall?
No, that one right there. Just need to put it back.
Yeah. Oh, this is supposed to come out. So now we're just going to disconnect that. Maybe. Tough connector. There we go. Alright, so now the door card is completely free. So I'm going to put this somewhere. I can use this as a shield almost. I got a shield. So this is actually really light. I could actually like throw this around and stuff if I wanted to. don't know where to put this actually. I know my bed's dirty. Don't mess with me. I had a whole bunch of crap in back here. Okay, seat one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and there's that one. Alright, so now all the clips are back. So now we're getting into the fun part, which is the latching mechanism and all that. I guess at this point you want me to go ahead and go grab the other one? Huh? Not yet. Really should have given you this camera. I thought about that. I was like, maybe I should give him the head camera. Now we're just unscrewing this one. Usually at this point you'd be drilling out rivets, but since, like I said, the previous owner thankfully put screws in. It's one of the only things he did. Hey, that's Liam. Bye-bye. I see you. Ow! You did that on purpose. Oh.
Hurt your eyes?
A little bit. Mainly my right one. That's my good one. Why would I go flathead instead of like a bolt though?
Because you wanted something flat that goes in there.
True. But I'm so happy that squeak's gone. So like I said, at this point you would usually be drilling out rivets, and it'll be what we have to do when we actually replace the rest of these, like this one and the other three, because obviously we're going to make them all match, because these are, you know, gloss black versus unpainted plastic. Is there a nut on the other side? Ah, I see what he did. He used a nut on one side and then used a flathead on the other. Okay. Smart. She knew what a timing chain was. It was really that short on the inside? That looked a lot bigger with that big flathead on it. So we got that screw out that was holding pretty much the entirety of it in. Straighten the camera a little bit more. So now we're just working on getting it out so we can install the other one. So I guess while he's doing that, because well, I guess I should probably stay here and get on video. There's like clips inside. So. And there we go. Looks to me like it's broken in a few places.
What does it hook to to actually open the door?
Looks like this pin right here. So that's the latch right there? Or the cable to pull it? Someone just did a burnout, I heard that. That's the child, I think that's a child lock. Man, whatever he did when he was installing that other one, he tore up the paint down here. He sucks at drilling out rivets, that's for sure. I mean, I probably just the same because I don't know how to drill out a rivet, but
I don't even think he hooked this thing back up.
You think he didn't even hook it up?
There's just no way that it would spin all the way down to here.
So in other words, he's an idiot. Probably pulled that same crap he did with the spark plug. So, pretty much just an update, because I probably cut a lot of this out, because I've actually been paying attention to editing. Just checking recording again. Pretty much, our theory is that the previous owner didn't even hook up the original door handle that he replaced, the factory one with, because the rod that's supposed to be connecting to the door handle is upside down. So he's working right now on getting the clip out so he can reposition said rod, and then we can actually make the door handle usable. Because that makes sense on how even when it was broken, it wouldn't open it. Because it wasn't completely disconnected. So, because in theory, if you had just grabbed it on the other side, it would have popped the door right up. So that makes more sense now. So there's not really a way I can actually get the rod on video because of how it's positioned, because it's behind, all the sheet metal. And even if he did have the camera on, he wouldn't be able to see it either. You just see a face full of dirty door panel. So unless I have one of those cool little cameras and the little line things that they use for surgeries and stuff, and I stick it down your throat, doesn't really look like I can do that. So he's just working on getting the clip off of it, so we can just whoop, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so now we're gonna finagle it in. So there's the rod. So, oh. So I got that clipped in. I guess I'll come and hold it that way in case something happens and doesn't pull it back out since it's not screwed in yet. So this gloss black is way better than that crappy bare plastic. That's for sure. That's the weirdest sounding dog bark I think I've ever heard. So I'm continuing this on a little bit later. I got the GoPro inside charging. Pretty much we took a break because my dad has a new Z Creeper he wants to use. So we put it together. Then we had to go, me and Michael, who is here now, working on the Mazda. We had to go to Home Depot to get new screws because as you guys saw, we only had one that came off the door. And we are missing the other one. So we went ahead and got new ones for all 4 doors. It wasn't fairly expensive, actually. I was expecting to pay like $15. It was only 7. So I literally only got enough to do the doors though, so I'm not gonna have any extras or anything, which is fine. I also got lock nuts, all that stuff. So Dad's currently working on getting everything reassembled in this one. Pretty much the process is the same from reverse. Pretty much that was the whole purpose. We were just showing how to get them out. This one's gonna be the one that you guys are actually gonna want to pay attention to because this one's still riveted in. So that's really the one that people are probably gonna pay attention to is this one. But it's kind of the same process. We're gonna show it anyway, just in case the process is actually different between the two. That's if we do this one. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I'm pretty much gonna split this video into 2 parts because we're running out of daylight to do the front door. So we're just gonna wind up doing the back one for now. We're pretty much gonna just have multiples of these videos. So we got the one back done. Looks great. It feels great because I've owned this thing for almost 3 years now, and I've never been able to do that once. So that's awesome. So thanks to Dad for once again coming in clutch and working on this for me. But like I said, we're gonna do a separate video on the fronts because we're running out of daylight, as you can tell, and Michael even got progress in this car done today.
Sure, got a lot of stuff done that I wanted to do.
And so we all got progress on our cars today. So like I said, I'm going to split this video up. We're going to do another video in the future on the other door handle, how to replace the fronts. So the process can pretty much be flipped for the other doors, which is why I'm not going to show when we do replace the other 3 because just for matching purposes really, and to kind of be preventative. That way they don't break. I don't want to test my chances with them. So yeah, that's kind of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, we'll have a new one out soon on the other ones. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.